Welcome back to Singer Dad Reacts. My name is Josh, and I am here to do another Angelina Jordan reaction. So thank you for all of you Angelina fans out there for your patience. And this is the final for the Norway's Got Talent. It is the summertime performance. So I've heard great things about this, so I'm looking forward to reacting to it. The one thing that I have been doing in my reactions is saying a phrase in the language of the artist in question. Hello, my friends. So Angelina is Norwegian, and so I am prepared to say this in Norwegian, and it is Hei mine venner. So hopefully I said that correctly. I tried to kind of figure out phonetically what it's supposed to sound like, so that I got it right. So hopefully I'm close there. Anyway, so I'm going to jump into the lyrics here. This is George Gershwin, of course, from Porgy and Bess, and what a genius he was. The thing that in reading a little bit about him that I hadn't realized is that he only lived like 39 years. So imagine if this genius of a mind and brilliant songwriter had lived, a regular full life, how much more music we would have to listen to from his repertoire. So it's a shame that he didn't live longer. So this is Summertime. Verse 1 goes, summertime and the living is easy. Fish are jumping and the cotton is high. Verse 2, oh, your daddy's rich and your ma is good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. And then the refrain, one of these mornings, you're going to rise up singing, then you'll spread your wings and you'll take the sky. But till that morning, there's a nothing can harm you with daddy and mammy standing by. And then the refrain repeats after the bridge. So not super long, so it's not a lot of lyrics to it, but it's really a great song. So let's see what Angelina's take is on it. I'm sure it'll be amazing here. If you're new to my channel, by the way, if you haven't already, if you could please click subscribe, click on the notifications bell there to be notified of any new reactions. And let's jump right into this.
And delivery's easy. Fish are jumping and the curtain is high. So hush, little baby, don't you cry.
Did you hear what she did there with the wow. She's just an anomaly. She really is. I'm reminded of it now again, watching her, how completely unique an artist she really is. Such a young age, she's up there bringing her own kind of style and character to it, but yet still staying true to the style of Gershwin and what the song requires, as far as kind of keeping it in line with that style, right? For this particular production. And she has her own little inflections that she does with the ends of words and things like that kind of add her own feeling to it, right? That's what's brilliant about her as an artist, especially at this age, is that some people might say she's just mimicking an artist, but she's really not, because she's adding her own Angelina-isms to what she's doing. If you've listened to her enough, you kind of pick up on those, but she's making it her own. She's mimicking the style for sure, but you should do that as an artist because you need to stay true to the form that the song was written in for the most part. So, yeah, she's amazing. She's unique. Let me just, I think I paused it at a good spot here, so I'm just gonna.
Summertime, and the living is easy.
See, she did something different there, right?
Fish are jumping, and the curtain is high.
It'll open right there.
Oh, your dad is rich, and your mom is good looking.
Good control.
So hush, little baby, hey, don't you cry. Don't you cry. Don't you cry. Don't you cry.
Yeah, so she's phenomenal. She is a little prodigy. I mean, that's the only word I can think of that really does her justice. She brings her own special old soul, channeling the artist, persona to each performance that she gives, you know. And again, I haven't even really gotten to some of her more recent stuff. I mean, I did the Bohemian Rhapsody, which ended up getting blocked, unfortunately. But so I did see her, you know, at that age when she was around 13. But that's about the only thing I've seen that's more recent, because of, you know, the fact that I'm staying with, you know, her journey chronologically, like I'm doing with Dimash. So I'm excited to get through and get to more of her recent stuff. So I'll continue to push through. If you have specific recommendations for Angelina for kind of coming up, I know, what's the one? Oh, I Put a Spell on You. Yeah. So I Put a Spell on You when she was 9. That's coming up. And that's one that a lot of people think is just like one of her masterpieces. So, others that I have here on my list, because I have a document for each of the different artists with all of your recommendations and your YouTube and Vimeo links that I can kind of reference and pull from when I'm going through my reactions. There's a version of It's Now or Never when she was 9. Concert in Sweden, I'll Be There. What else here? Back to Black from when she was 10. So again, put down in the comments, you know, what some of your favorites are, what you would prefer that I react to. And that way I can know kind of where everybody stands and what their favorites are, and that can help me to make the choices for my next upcoming reactions. Yeah, so she's got a lot of breath control with what she did there in that song. There were a couple parts where she really, showed that with how she was able to just kind of, prolong the phrases and kind of hold out the notes, and then kind of do different movements within the phrase. So these are things that a lot of kids her age, at this age, 8 years old or whatever, that they don't necessarily have. Cool thing, my wife is starting to teach voice again. She hadn't for a long time, and now she's starting back up. And so she had a couple of students here today, and it was fun to kind of, listen to her work with them and listen to them sing. And I think a boy she was working with, I think he's around 10 or 12. Maybe he's 12. But yeah, so his voice is still kind of hasn't changed and stuff like that. So I've mentioned before, I've heard a lot of young voices in my lifetime through our church and through working with. I was the choir director for what we call our primary, which is our younger kids, from ages like 3 to 12. So I was the person that had to get up in front of them and do these little games and lead them with their songs and listen to their little voices. So I've heard a lot of younger voices, and she's definitely very talented. And it's not just her voice, but what her instincts for singing and her ability to really bring out that style of the period that she's singing in, and add special characteristics to the vocal, and stylizings and things like that. That's part of what makes her special, and her ability to arrange stuff also, change things up rhythmically, add different jumps and runs and intervals, just like she did in some of that as well. So I love Angelina. I'm looking forward to more reactions of her. Again, thank you for your support of my channel. I hope that you all are doing well, and that you're finding meaning in life and being able to spend quality time with your loved ones. And I said this in my last reaction, I think, to Home Free, but I really hope that each of you feels special, and that you feel like you have talents and something to give in this life, and that you have a lot of potential to do good and to accomplish great things in this life. And I hope you feel that from the people around you. And if not, then like I said before, come here to the channel, and hopefully we can all kind of be that for each other, and support each other and uplift each other and inspire each other and encourage each other, right? That's part of what I hope I can create with this channel. So again, if you haven't already, if you could please subscribe, click on the notifications bell there, and click like if you actually enjoyed the reaction, and put in the comments anything you feel like I can improve on, or things that you liked. I'd like to hear those comments as well. But again, thank you for your support, and take care.